Is this the secret to creating a long lasting partnership between men and women? Listen up because this is a really interesting topic and it's an age old conversation about masculine and feminine polarity. So I study and practice Vedic astrology, and I was reading through this course manual on compatibility the other evening, and I came across a really interesting line. And it said that in relationship, the man should be the stronger pursuer at first because the woman will naturally bond through sex. So it is okay if there is an imbalance in how much desire partners are feeling for each other, but the imbalance should begin with the man desiring the woman more. And it's super interesting because it goes on to talk about how men bond through investing their time and energy and resources into a person. And it's not just a person, you can see that reflected in business and all other kinds of endeavors in life, right? It's like where you're putting your energy, well, that's important to you. Versus women, women bond through receiving. And I thought that was a really interesting point because it's kind of true. You know, in a culture that tends to value women who don't need anything, right? Like, don't be too high maintenance, don't ask for too much. It's kind of revolutionary to let yourself receive, which is interesting of its own accord. But the thing to know is that this actually makes sense when you think about the hormones in male and female relationships. For example, when men have sex with a woman, it's really the vasopressin and dopamine pathway that gets triggered initially, right? So it's not as deep of a bonding experience chemically, neurologically, as it is for women who will access the oxytocin dopamine pathway. And oxytocin is the chemical that's known for deeper bonding. Right. So if there isn't already an inclination for the man, if he hasn't already put forth some energy and resources and time into a woman and, they have sex quickly, simply it's just triggering the dopamine vasopressin pathway, which means that like it's a quick hit, quick fix. It's not the thing that you're neurologically desiring or physiologically desiring to invest in long term versus the other way around, right? If you're waiting, and I think this is good advice for anybody, I know it is for myself. Casual sex is not a thing that works for me because I get attached. I get too attached to sexual partners. And so I see this playing out in my life. And I'll also say that the most successful relationships I've had were with men who gave me a lot more in the beginning of the relationship. And that created a sense of safety, of security that was very appealing and attractive for me. So that led to that deepening that I really wanted, and it led to long-term successful relationship. So it's so fascinating because we're in this world where there's so many messages about what it's okay to be, how you should be behaving. What does it mean to be masculine? What does it mean to be feminine? And at the end of the day, you get to decide what feels good for you. I don't believe it means that men always have to pay for everything if they don't want to. Do I personally prefer that? 100%. It makes me feel taken care of. I really enjoy that. And it's not a requirement for everybody. So following your unique heart in this is very important. And I don't want you to pigeonhole yourself and say, oh, because I'm a woman or I'm a man, I have to behave this way. I don't believe in that. You do have to figure out what works well for you. And I do see these principles of the masculine and feminine pole being very effective. So let me know what's landing and what this is bringing up for you. I'm Amaya Shiva. I'm a sex and relationship coach. So excited to connect with you more.